apparently it seems like the Zulu tribe, when we say South Africa, we say Astabile, but now there is going through the rules, you find out that
Yeah.
But I feel like, don't you think that maybe that's the same thing that happens to Indians? I know Indians don't like to be charged, but come to think about it, when we talk about origin, can we say Indian origin is in South Africa? Can you say South Africa is their origin?
And then that's one thing also that I've picked, that South African women realized that foreigners, our brothers here, you can see him here. So it's not just a thing about undocumented. And I've said that what started this is when the Eastern Cape people went, it's not affecting. We have foreigners that have kids.
You find out that those people, whether it's Congolese, Nigerians, you find out that the father and the mother will be there.
They'll be there.
10 kids.
Yeah,
There's 10 kids.
There's 10 kids.
They'll be there, and
it's one of Mozart's Hey guys, welcome to another banger, another episode of the Sibling Couch Podcast.
boom.
You know what it is, you know what time it is. We are inside. Yo guys, it's been a while, huh?
It's been a minute and a half.
It's been a minute and a half.
Yeah, but sometimes we get busy and sometimes a lot of things happen.
Yeah guys.
And but we're here,
guys. I've missed you guys a lot. I've missed the mic. I've missed this mic.
I've been sitting here, man. It feels comfy here, man.
I know. I want to know to, and now I understand, how, when like artists stop making music and then they go back making music and then they say, I've missed the studio.
I've missed the studio.
Yeah. No, I get the feeling.
I get the whole feeling.
Yeah.
I think this thing is actually addictive. Think about it. Like, having all lights flashing you, having a mic next to me.
Yeah.
Getting into my bloodstream right now. I feel so good. I feel like I'm low here.
Yeah, man, you know what it means, guys. You're inside. You're inside, guys. So before we go any further, just wanted to give you a little something.
Yep.
So stay tuned. I think on the 18th of July.
On the 18th
On the 18th of July.
That's next month, right?
Yeah, that's next month.
Yeah.
18th of July, we have this private party event that's happening, hosted by Deborah Million Connections.
You already know.
Movement, Cheese Banks and stuff. So we'll show you all the
shout out. Looking forward to that. And obviously, we definitely gonna be there with them.
And guys, it's a private party, so you can't just pull up.
And speaking about 18th July, right?
Yeah.
We do have 30 here. We do have to.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo,
We have 30, the 30th of June.
You already know, guys, what's happening. Whether you are in SA, whether you are out of SA, I don't think at this point of moment, no one doesn't know what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Everyone uses the internet nowadays, so news travels and everyone really know what's happening. We're seeing people getting repatriated to their countries. We're seeing,
there's a lot that's been going on.
There's a lot that's going on. We're seeing protesters, we're seeing South African citizens that are frustrated and protesting and all that. There's a lot, man. There's
a lot. Like, I don't even know where to start from. I don't know where to touch. I don't know where to go because there's a lot, So there's a match. They're calling it now the March and March because at first it was Tutula.
At first it was Tutula, right? Yeah.
They were calling it Tutula.
And then it went to
March. I do not know the difference. What's the difference between
But it feels like it's the same motive, eh? It's like they're running through the whole...
Yeah, they're just changing the name, but it's still the same motive.
Yeah.
So apparently, according to them, the people in charge of this, they are saying undocumented foreigners must go.
Undocumented.
Illegal foreigners must go out of the country. For certain reasons, jobs being taken, but so not.
But is it? Would you think it's actually, or it's now a matter of casualties? Because I've been seeing a whole lot of, especially on social media, especially on Facebook. I do understand the whole agenda and everything, fair enough, but I've seen that now it's actually affecting literally everyone. Whether you are documented, you are not documented.
Yes.
Also, I think I've seen it's also now even affecting even the citizens. Citizens also,
they're also suffering.
Like everyone now is,
It's no longer just the foreigners being affected. It's literally the whole country being affected at this point, because it's they don't necessarily know who's documented, who's not documented, because you can't just see someone walking from the streets, right? And they probably give that, okay, this person is from Nigeria or Congo, and then you just be like,
what are they calling it? They're calling it, at first it was codes. They're saying that it's xenophobic, and then they changed it into saying that no, since the protest is aimed at black people only, they're gonna call it, what's the name? Afrophobia, is it?
Afrophobia,
so now I think they're calling it Afrophobia now.
Also, it's no longer like
much. Isn't it? What they're saying is South Africans are protesting, right? Fair enough. But now they are saying that the whole agenda it's no longer about them being frustrated with illegal foreigners, but it's they're saying that it's black on black hate. Since now everyone is involved, whether you are documented or you are not documented. So
it's no longer just a thing about undocumented foreigners.
That's how they're putting it.
That's how they're putting it. Yeah.
So now that's why now they're saying that since it's black on black, it's no longer xenophobia. So they're calling it Afrophobia. That's how they're calling it.
It makes sense. It makes sense, guys, because if we have to look at it, it makes sense. It's only African countries that are being targeted, whether they're documented or not documented. We're not supporting people who are undocumented or anything like that. But
I'm actually thinking of doing what Michael Jackson did. I'm actually thinking of bleaching out, become white, straight out.
No, literally.
I go back black, and then I come back white, man. Go black, come back white.
Come back white, because yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is. But there's one thing that I just want to acknowledge. I just want to acknowledge the fact that, look, people are frustrated. Fair enough, guys. Democracy. I do believe a whole lot of people in other countries at this moment, they pretty much
democratic country.
No. They're pretty much how do I put it? They're pretty much, should I put jealousy on the fact that it's how South Africa is democratic. Allowing your citizens to give a voice, allowing citizens to be heard. Actually. Wow. Because guys, we do know that it's not every African country that allows this.
Yeah, literally, and it has it's good and it's bad.
Obviously,
it's advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
Like right now, my point of view, I feel like there's a disadvantage because currently, guys, SA citizens literally rule the country.
Right now,
literally,
right now, I think right now they are literally ruling. There is what's the previous saying? If the government cannot do it, the people shall.
Literally, guys, literally.
Oh, that statement just makes me smile. I'm like, okay, guys, like.
And if you have to look at it, right, it started like when they started, like they just united in a way. South Africans are like really united. So if they all just agree on this certain thing, then they all just join in and support it and move with it. Because you can even see with celebrities, if there's a certain celebrity that like doesn't know how to humble themselves down, they will all just be like boycotts and be like, no, we will humble you and we'll take you off the throne. And they will take you off the throne.
Straight like that. So, I mean, in as much as, you know, there is the good in this whole issue that's happening, and also there is, you know, in everything there is pros and cons.
Yeah, true.
Pros, yes, these are pros that we're mentioning, and it's actually a good thing having to be heard, you know, as citizens of that country. It's a beautiful thing, which not many African people, let's say African people, not many African countries
are able to
citizens do experience that. You know,
don't have that freedom of speech.
It's not every African country that actually offers that, you know, and just looking at this, it's just like, oh wow, like literally, because I do know that some other countries, when the citizen try to protest, not rubber bullets, straight real bullets will be coming out.
I swear, I'm telling you, it's rough, guys. It's rough. And I also saw there was, I don't know if you know this guy. His name is Nota. Nota. He's South African.
Is it this guy's always, his name is always out there.
Always out there. Yeah.
Always up to whatever, good or not good. But
So I ran into one of Nota's video. He was on this podcast and he was like calling out South African celebrities, like, you guys not backing your fans on this matter of this whole, you know, foreigners must go. And he was basically calling out, you know, South African celebrities that they should, you know, pick a side, because they are very silent in this situation that is happening, right?
Okay.
So it was just like basically calling out South Africans that you guys must pick a side, you guys are too quiet and stuff like that, right? Your fan base and what and not. And my take on it was like, you can't, they can't, celebrities can't really like pick a side, because their industry, they're people who want to go bigger, broad, and, you know, expand.
They're more international. They travel in a way.
In a way, so they can't just like maneuver, just see, like, okay.
I think that's the main reason why celebrities usually distance themselves from politics. Let me just say from politics. Anything related to politics, because mind you, now
the whole propaganda
mind you, if let's say for instance Casper Nyovest, no, I want someone who actually goes out there, who usually sings out there.
Okay, for an example, let's give Naledi Apiwe. She was recently in Zimbabwe when this whole thing started.
I do remember there was a controversy between Naledi when, you know, whatever she said back then, you know, and then the next thing she said whatever she said. Exactly. I think we can use that as an example of why many artists usually distance themselves, because come to think about it, Naledi now, she ended up apologizing, even if it might happen that it was not her. Obviously it was done on social media, but the real point is the official page did write an apology, and so I do believe that many artists actually distance themselves from anything political related, due to the fact that you know, they travel, they go to other countries to perform. So I do understand, man. I do understand.
They do understand. I understand. Me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I do understand why they wouldn't say anything, because even themselves, when they go to other countries, they're also foreigners. You know what I mean? They are also not citizens. They're also foreigners. You know, they also go and they work hard in that particular country, you know, to earn more. And whenever they go to a certain country, they get paid more. You know, so their aim is to grow and expand. They don't just like look as in like, okay, I just want to be here in South Africa. I'm just gonna have like a South African friends. But they want to everyone wants to everyone wants to expand. And that's the same thing with, you know, like how foreigners are. They come here to work hard, expand, grow, invest, things like that.
And I think also the other thing is why they actually distance themselves from the whole thing is the fact that, in as much as the agenda, so if you look at the agenda of the whole protest, the agenda is pretty reasonable, but now how it gets executed to be solved, that's where the issue is. That's where now these names like Afrophobia comes in, because right now it doesn't matter whether you are actually illegal or illegal.
Yeah,
straight out, you're a foreigner, door is open.
open. They just want it on.
So I think that's also another reason, because it's not straightforward. It's like we are dealing with this, and I think it's actually getting bad to a point where I was actually seeing on social media there is apparently it seems like the Zulu tribe, when we say South Africa, we saying the Zulu tribe.
Yeah.
So there is in Johannesburg, in Johannesburg there was actually a protest of Venda, because South Africa has so many tribes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So there was Venda. They were protesting, saying that enough is enough. At first, I thought they were protesting, obviously, to us, since they are getting to us through the theater. Then I realized, no, man. The protest is actually about them feeling like they are being treated as foreigners just because they are not Zulu.
They're not Zulus.
Yeah. So I saw that protest, and then that's where I realized that, you see, now this thing it's already, the focus is no longer there, because now it's like foreigners here, and then within South Africans are fighting within themselves regarding the fact that you don't look Zulu or you look South African, whatever the case is.
Because now Zulus are like they I know how to put this, but like Zulus, I feel like they are the South Africans.
I think it's a matter of I'm gonna put an example of in Zim. Of course, we do have so many languages also in Zim and whatnot, but Shona is
the main.
Yeah. Even though Shona people do not behave in such a manner of saying that, of treating Ndebele, Xhosa, in other tribes, they don't, So I think Zulu is, in Zim would say Shona. So I think Zulu is the most recognized language or tribe. Just the same as Zimbabwe. Shona is the most recognized tribe or whatever. But it doesn't mean now that because they're the most recognized, they now need to treat other tribes as if they're foreigners. So I think that's the reason. There's a lot going on. Yeah, like what we were saying, man. And okay, this is just a personal opinion, from my side. That's not regarding the actions that are being done right now, but regarding anything and everything as a whole. Because right now I feel like I do understand the frustration coming from South Africans in terms of immigration, illegal, whatever the case is. Obviously sometimes it can be overwhelming when you get immigrants in your country, and then they become like a whole lot, and whatever the case is. I do understand that frustration, but how it gets dealt with, because right now, I mean, come on, if I'm going to fight a foreigner who is selling veggies on the streets, if I'm going to fight over a foreigner who sells brooms, and then I'm gonna say you're taking my job, like, you understand? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. An example of how they are dealing with the situation, and why, the reason why I feel like it's just gonna be an ongoing thing. It has been an ongoing thing.
It has been an ongoing thing.
So the reason why it's gonna continue.
The
reason why it's gonna continue now is because having a tree in your yard, it grows, it branches out. Let's say it starts branching out, it's, those branches starts going through your house and breaking whatever is breaking. People they tend to cut the branches, right? So I feel that right now, how they are dealing with the situation is they are cutting the branches. But when you cut the branches, 2-3 months later, what happens? The branches grow back. But now, when you deal with the situation and then you deal with it from the roots, think about it. The tree is there. Take it out from the roots. Are you ever gonna see those roots growing to your house ever again? No. So I feel like right now the situation is being dealt with on the branch level and not the root level. So in as much as others are getting entertained and a lot of people are getting victimized, and it's no longer about foreigners. It's no longer about foreigners anymore. It's now about the black people as a whole.
True. It is. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say for example, right, we have South African citizens, some like in the streets that are marching, participating in this thing, saying that foreigners are sitting pretty in our country. They are renting flats in the CBDs while we are in the shake. Yeah. While we're in the shades. And I was just to myself like, guys, if you would go on the social medias, on the internet, and search for flats, there are so many flats available in town. So many flats available. So it's not like, sitting pretty. You're the one who chose to build your own little house.
It's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Maybe I'm using my entire salary to actually live there.
Yeah.
Because mind you, so here's the thing. Mind you, being a foreigner is pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive at the fact that everything you do, it needs to be in an environment that is safe.
Yeah.
So hence you tend to find out that many foreigners they tend to live in the suburbs. Why? Because in the suburbs you won't have any para guy coming to you or any nyaupe guy coming to you and saying,
it's not even like they also don't want to build their own shacks. It's not easy. You can't just come and start building your own shack, in a foreign country.
No, most definitely you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do
that.
No,
you can't do that.
So you have to find a really nice place,
Definitely.
affordable for you and stuff like that.
Where you feel safe.
Yeah, you feel safe.
I mean, give an example now. What's happening right now? You see right now what's happening now is you find out that every video that I see of foreign nationals that are getting affected by this whole issue, you find out that you can tell that the dude actually is struggling real bad in life. You can see that.
He's going through a lot.
Even if he goes, you won't even see the difference. Like you at a company, there's a person that you see that this guy goes, you won't even see you won't even feel the difference whether he's here or he's not.
Yeah.
So those are people that I keep on seeing in the videos that I keep on seeing, and I'm wondering like, okay. So at the end of the day, it's very much affecting.
Yeah, and let's not forget like
disadvantaged.
It's not
foreigners.
just affecting. We have foreigners that have kids in the country. We have relationships, marriage. How, and it's the fact that even South African people don't care about that. You see them saying like, no, go with your wife, go with your child.
Go with the child.
You know what I mean? Like, guys, it's just not long about the peaceful of an undocumented.
No.
Guys are angry. Your guys are bitter.
They are very angry. I think they were at a point where it was jealousy. No. It's no longer about jealousy. They were at a point where they were frustrated. They're no longer there now. Now they are angry.
Like they don't want to hear anything.
They don't want to hear anything. And now
you say you're married, we have kids. They'll be like, no, go.
Now that you mentioned that, I mean, come to think about it. I mean, guys, I think this whole issue has been left alone for a very long time. That it's a bit too late. Because now, come to think about it, how many kids are there that have their fathers that are from outside the country?
Yeah.
How many kids? We will come to a point where. And it's not every child that is going to be given a name that you would see with this child is actually half South African and half foreign. Like what's that lady who was doing modeling?
What's her name?
That was forced to actually turn down the crown and whatnot.
The crown,
and she actually made it through, right?
Yeah, she made it to like I think the top 3 or something. Yeah.
But it's only her name. Is it her name or her name that actually saw the art? Now, how many do not have that hint of saying that, okay, guys, I do have a bit of genes of a foreign father or of a foreign mother in me. How many kids are there? You know how I see it? I see it in 10 years' time or 20 years' time. I feel like you won't be surprised to find out that Zimbabwe is actually the president.
For real, like at this point, you will see a Zim person running.
Oh, Malawi person is actually a president.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
This protest, I do not want to. I'm just gonna say, before they started this whole march thing to Dula, before they started the whole to Dula thing in France, right?
Yeah.
We haven't had this like protests of xenophobia in like 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, right?
I think the deeper one was actually in 2008. 2008.
2008, around there.
Yeah, around there, man.
Yeah, so it's been like,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so it had been like some years before we actually had like this kind of march thing, the whole foreigners going. And I've been saying that what started this is when the Eastern Cape people pointed the chief.
Okay. Like, now I see where you're going. Yeah.
Like that's what started.
I think.
That's what
Because the day when I was sitting and I was like, okay, you know what? What really instigated?
Yeah, people to be like foreigners.
We do have instigators.
Yeah,
but it's something that actually instigated the whole. And wow. Those. But should we say that? The Nigerian chief. Was it the Nigerian chief?
Yeah, it was a Nigerian man who was made chief.
I think that's what instigated this whole issue.
They're like,
oh hell no.
Chief where? Chief who?
Chief Odegu in his country. Yeah, come to think about it. I think that's where the whole issue started.
And most people were just saying, no, guys, it was just a small thing. But if you looked at the whole ceremony, it wasn't a small thing.
On that ceremony, yes, he did that ceremony.
They did the whole ceremony.
Yeah. And you could see they were even wearing,
So that's what really instigated people.
True.
Because they're like, hell no. If you're not becoming a chief, what makes?
Yeah. He was actually going there.
Yeah. You talked about, in the next 10, 15 years, we're going to have maybe like a foreign president.
You are a Nigerian president. Yeah. But obviously, you would know because now her name would probably be, what's the name?
Amanda
Mbali. Or the guy's name is going to be,
Siyabonga.
Stabile. But now, going through the rules, you find out that,
Yeah.
But I feel like, don't you think that maybe that's the same thing that happens to Indians? I know Indians don't like to be touched, but come to think about it, when we talk about origin, can we say Indian origin is in South Africa? Can we say South Africa is their origin?
No.
Because now, isn't it, we are now trying to send each other to our own origin.
To our own original. Mm-hmm.
So, I feel that in the next 10 years, or rather, should I say that? Yeah, I feel like that's where it was going.
Mm-hmm.
Where you start coming, bit by bit, and as you come, you have offspring, and then another offspring. Same thing as So, because obviously, if Odegu, if a Nigerian man has a child with a South African lady or a South African woman, obviously that child becomes South African.
Yeah.
So now imagine generation after that, generation after that, generation after that, and then
marrying each other within the
at the end it just becomes, and 10 generations or 20 generations from that won't even know this is what's happened. I think that's the same thing with Indians and with any other person, man.
Yeah, true.
With Indians, with whites, because when you come to whether you're Africans, when you come to origin, yes, you are here. Yes, 5 generations, 10 generations, we'll find out that it's in South Africa. But when we say 20 generations or 1900 BC, you find out that, okay, Africans, you were originated from Australia, from Netherlands.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a hectic.
It's a hectic one.
It's hectic.
I think we're gonna get some people's points of view.
Yeah, I think let's just hear what.
Let's just hear what others think.
We do have other South Africans that are actually dating foreign nationals. We do wanna hear from South Africans,
them, like how it's affecting them personally.
Yeah. And also, we do wanna hear on foreign nationals also that are actually living in USA. So
let's try and call
and see if able
to one or two thoughts, not the things.
It's okay. The first one.
Hi. Hello. Hi, dear.
How are you good?
I'm good. You speaking to Ngube?
Sorry, I'm the chicken. I'm choking, bro.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm disturbing you. Bad timing. We can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a few questions. So we are shooting live on the podcast, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you, what's your thoughts on the 30th of March?
On the 30th.
How do you see it?
About it, you know, about it because it's so much wrong that is happening in South Africa, but it's said that the South African they are aware of, you know. I'm so sorry for those who be handing about how it still has to go. People that have it to the hand, you know.
Yeah.
It's the hand and actually, because we do have a lot of guys that we
Yeah.
do have papers, but the much. I say people today about
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart people, they just throw it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have innocent people who are here to work with their families, who are here, who already even had families, you know. And
Yeah.
now the victim they have a child to bring them.
Oh.
I can say that
Oh, shit.
What?
So
focusing on who wrongs and about what I who the foreigners are doing and stuff like yes, who call up big of wrong in like drugs, everything, but they also some people who are selling drugs.
Yeah.
But look at marriage, you know, we also have some kids that sell drugs. And even if foreigners can go, I'm not just going to put to you being sold here in South Africa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And beside that, we also have, you know, in South Africa, we are so comfortable in being a single parent. That is why people go kind of on TikTok or anyway, talk my people that is go, you can't, I'm a comment actually like, so what you can't be like, well, I'm not here.
Yeah.
Oh, so what, why great that courage of that's what wrong.
Are you saying it's like they normalized the whole issue like that?
Yeah. Oh my this waiting time because that's supposed to look.
Yeah, okay.
Comfortable in that. In the end, because it's not a good thing to be a single parent for a good thing.
Yeah, true.
It's the woman who's so active, and stuff, but guys, there's price that you pay for that. You pay for being that.
Yeah.
You go through so much.
Yeah.
You go through so much that it will take years for you to hear about it. You know what I mean? I don't wish anyone to be a single parent. It's like one of us like what's going on. It wasn't good. You know what I mean? I just said, what's going on? I have to go through this thing actually. And what's my stuff? What's on the pay? Mama, sick. And also have kids who are born in South Africa. You know, we have kids who are born in South Africa. They grew up here. They went to university. And you know what?
Yeah.
Foreigners who are by the way, but I'm a foreigner. And they bring so much support in this economy. They bring so much effort in this economy.
Yeah.
It's so that it's South Africa, but not a job with them. It's so entitled into taking what they don't know how to.
Yeah.
The more South Africa, if you want to bring numbers, if you way background, when you just like I don't go on about you about my tribe until that leader what's in it. As soon as we have been able to get shop, numbers.
Yeah.
Because some people are so happy to just get influence with that. If a government wants to sit, they'll promise you at the case, they'll put jobs.
Yeah.
Just people work that person, you know what? Because some people that you're so entitled to get something they don't work for. You work hard to get wherever you want to be. If you want a business, you need to work hard for that. But you say that's the people they don't wait for that. The people say,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And
so it's another video that was saying trading as for them. They have cars, but some people don't have cars. I've never seen a generation say we have cars because so that we can road.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but do you? We were talking that. Do you feel that obviously there's something that instigated the whole thing? Do you feel like we're talking about the chief who was a Nigerian in Eastern Cape? We feel like. Do you feel that? Yeah. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Do you feel that the root cause, the actual root cause of the whole thing, was the Nigerian chief who was actually throned in Eastern Cape? Do you feel like maybe that was the main instigated situation?
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, I was actually saying, do you remember the Nigerian chief who was actually throned in Eastern Cape? Yeah, don't you feel that he's the reason why? Because if you tend to find out, that is the moment in time that actually protesters started to become chaotic and everything. Do you feel like maybe that is the reason why we at where we are now? Or
you see, this was planned a long time ago.
Mm.
It's a planned long time. This shifting, it has nothing to do with about this.
Yeah.
Every time we get you, they don't think what's still going to happen in South Africa.
Mm.
It doesn't think going to happen in South Africa. So it's not even about the chief.
Yeah.
It's just that the people are so hard to uphold that they don't know how to knock, but they just want to take. They don't want to knock, but they want to take, however.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for your opinion here. Thank you so much, and wish you well. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now that's deep, right?
Yeah. You see, that's
So now come to think about it. Now, how many people that are in her case who have foreign husbands and they have a child, or they have a child with foreigners, and probably we do understand foreigners as a whole. Like, we do understand that we do not have any issue in terms of
taking care of
family oriented.
Yeah.
So when it comes to
Exactly.
taking, we have that belief in us.
And then that's one thing also that I've picked, that South African women realized that foreigners, our brothers here, you can see him here.
What's up?
They are very family orientated. They love their blood. Through thick and thin, they will make sure that they're there for their kids. They will try and provide as much as they can. They will try and work hard for their blood. They love their blood.
And
they will be there, not only financially, but physically, emotionally. They are present. They are present fathers. You will not see a foreigner as an absent father, even if he was never ready to be a father.
I think that's the difference between when it comes to when we say South African. I'm not. It's not like I'm comparing it such, but when I'm scaling it as is, you find out that whether it's Zimbabwe, Malawi, and you find out. I saw a post when they were saying you can have so many children, and you are not in your own country. And I thought, I'm like, but you find out that those people, whether it's Congolese, Nigerians, you find out that the father and the mother, they'll be there.
They'll be there.
10 kids.
Yeah,
There's 10
exactly.
kids.
When there's 10 kids,
They will be there, and it's it's how I think how we mentally are. Whereas I feel like in South Africa it has been normalized
to be a single mother, like what she was saying here, like it's been normalized.
Exactly,
being a
it has
single
been
mother.
normalized, and they see it as normal.
It's normal, yeah.
That's why they're okay by saying that the father must go, and then now you can take care of the child. Like there's nothing normal about that.
I remember the other day I was coming from an Uber. I was coming from CBD, right? And I was coming home, and this person was like, "Oh, my sister." So a lot of people like never really like can't recognize that I'm not from here, right? So he was so comfortable, and he was like, "Oh, my sister, you coming from this place where there's full of these people." You know, and I was just like, you know, and I was like, which people? I was like, these people here, it's that we Abahambe, we are chasing them, you know, Abahambe. And now I'm just like, yeah, Abahambe. And I was like, hey, Abahambe, but benzeni vele kwenzakalani? I was like, no, trying to say, benzeni vele, you know, what's really going on? And you're just like, no, man, you know, they are just too much. And he was telling me about how I don't know which camp the Malawans are currently at, and he was just telling me he passed it the other day, and he was just talking about how they're mentioning that 3,000 Malawans were sent back home, and however it is still packed with Malawans there. And then he was just saying like, I just feel sorry, and he just mentioned saying he just feels sorry for his sisters because they now gonna be single mothers, and you're just like, but anyways they'll be okay because it's like they've been living without these people, so they'll be fine. And I was like,